Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We take a look at the updated Bitcoin chart and the possibilities here on the chart. First, let's zoom out, go to the 4-hour chart, and let's remind us or ourselves of the overall bearish scenario that we've been talking about for many weeks. There are two possibilities that I'm currently following, that I'm observing. The first one is that we topped here in a wave 4 at around 25k. Back in August. We are coming down in the first one, which is the green count, would imply that we had here a wave A, a wave B, and we're now in the C wave of 5. And in this C wave, we've got a wave 1, we have a wave 2, a wave 3. The wave 4 is what we might be doing at the moment. And there should be one more leg down in a wave 5. That's sort of still very, very real. And then we've got, and it has become more likely in the recent hours and today, because the price just doesn't seem to be able to get through resistance, but we talk about that. And the other scenario, basically the hopium scenario, is that we created here an A wave down a little bit later than in the previous count, back in September. Then we moved up in a wave B, what in the green count is a wave 2, and we're now in the C wave, and the C wave could, based on the red count, the C wave could be complete. So we don't really know at the moment, but we take a look at which levels are important and which levels could hold and should be broken to make one of these scenarios more likely or less likely. So if we go and take a look here at the 1-hour chart, you can see that we broke the corrective price channel to the upside. So the red count basically is the, let's call it the hopium count, the hopium chart. But I'm very honest with you, this looks seriously bad. We broke out of the channel, yes, but we haven't really done anything. We're just moving sideways. So let's take a look at that. This red count implies a little bit of, let's call it hopium. Yeah. It means, or the red count would assume we've bottomed already at 15,600. Would move up in a wave 1. Then here, this was a wave 2 low, probably at around 16,390, and in the next move we would move up in a wave 3, then there would be a 4 and a 5. This is still possible, but we would really need to move here. And really it's getting really tough. So I'm just thinking, is there another possibility? Because this is just moving sideways, and that this here is an ABC and it bottomed already, and this here is wave 3, basically unlikely. So I wouldn't want to count this wave 2 as complete down here, because there isn't really any serious price action to the upside. There isn't really anything. I'm just thinking, yeah, I'm just thinking what other possibilities there are, because this is extremely untypical for a third wave. So that would rather imply we are heading down. I mean, there might be one possibility where I am labeling this wave 1 as an ABC. It would then be a leading diagonal. Then I'm labeling the wave 2 down here as an ABC as well. And then I would say we are already in the third wave. But this is extremely difficult. Then there's a bit of a very much hopium count, where I would say, oh dear, this here was a wave A, yeah, because then we have a leading diagonal here. The whole red count would be a leading diagonal, and each of the subwaves can be counted as a 3-wave move. We would have a wave A to the upside. Then we would have here a triangle in the B wave, and we would move up in a C wave to wave 3. That would be a bullish hopium count, and we would then count this movement here as a triangle, basically as an ABCDE triangle, probably something like A, B, C, D, E, and would then follow the move to the upside. But this is serious hopium, and it's some serious, not bending of rules, absolutely not, but it is trying to put it together that it fits. It feels a bit like a forced count. But I just want to let you know that this is the count. If we now move up, this is probably the count. Yeah. We broke out of the channel to the upside. That's a good sign, but literally there is no volume here, and we're really getting squeezed here And this is looking like a triangle. I mean, even, yeah, it is looking like one. So just be aware of that. And I'm unsure if we've broken out already or not. As always, there's different ways of counting. I think we're just getting squeezed here into the triangle, into an apex of a triangle. So there should be an impulsive move coming. Can't really promise you that it's going to be to the upside. But this is if it breaks into the upside, and if it breaks above the 16,950 level, then this is probably the count to follow. What would be the projection for the third wave? Let's do that as well. The projection for the third wave up there would be roughly 20,500, right? So that's actually quite a strong move, and that would indicate that we've had a more substantial bottom in place. That's the red count, bit of a hopium count, yes, but we need to be aware that this certainly could move on and work out. The more bearish count is here the count where we are saying that we had possibly already a wave 4 in, and we're heading down in wave 5 next, or are already in wave 5, yeah, and that we had here something like a 1-2, 1-2 setup, and we would move down in wave 3 next, of 5, yeah. In this scenario, we would come down into the region between 14,500 and 15,500 roughly to bottom out there. Then we have another chance to bottoming out and creating an impulse to the upside. The problem is that this is not really a clear impulse, the move from the recent low to the upside. Well, it is and it isn't. It isn't because it doesn't reach the ideal Fibonacci extensions, and it is because we have 5 waves basically without an overlap. But we don't really get the extensions that we want to see. And that just costs the chart a bit of costed a little bit of reliability, and then also here the sideways movement at the moment doesn't really fit further price action to the upside. So I'm rather looking at this. Well, the green count is very likely, let's say it like that. But so this means there isn't really a lot of certainty at the moment in the chart. Again, sideways movement. We need to see into which direction that triangle breaks out, and that will give us some clarity. Unfortunately, due to the lack of volume, you didn't really see a lot of price action when we broke out of the channel. So yeah, we are in a support area. You can see that here for a possible wave 2 still. And you know, if you want to trade that or not, that's up to you. For me, it's not very reliable at the moment, so I'm not doing anything. I'm doing a bit of DCA here and there. I made channel members aware when I started my DCA program for Bitcoin again, but haven't done too much yet. I will do more if we get below the most recent low of 15,630. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.